Hi and welcome to Strengthen with Sarah. Today we've got a standing mat Pilates flow. So all you're going to need is your mat and we're going to get started. So I'm just going to show you facing to the side, but by all means you can stay facing forward. Take your feet hip distance apart and then instantly find length through the spine. So standing tall, have your chin lifted parallel with the floor rather than naturally it's kind of hanging down. Find that lift and stay here and hold. We're going to inhale. In through the nose, exhale out through the mouth. And again, big inhale in through the nose. Put that expansion of the ribs out to the side, exhale out through the mouth. Good, one more time, connecting with that Pilates breath, big inhale in through the nose. Ribs expand outwards, exhale out through the mouth. The ribs draw back and in. Fabulous. This time we're going to inhale. Can you reach the hands up to the sky? Exhale. Begin to tuck your chin towards your chest. Start to dive the arms down towards the floor. You can keep a soft bend in the knees here if you're quite tight through the hamstrings, or you can straighten your legs. Do whatever feels good for you. Hang heavy at the bottom. Inhale. Use that exhale breath to slowly begin to lift back up to the sky. Your head is the last thing to lift. We go again. Inhale, find that reach of the arms first. Then begin to exhale, tuck the chin towards the chest. Begin to dive the arms down forwards. Folding over those legs. Again, legs are bent or straight, your choice. Hang heavy. Inhale. Use that exhale breath to slowly restack through the spine, lift up. One more time, really nice. Inhale, you reach. Find length. Exhale, we dive. Amazing, really hanging heavy here over those legs. Relaxing the head, the neck. Inhale. Exhale, slowly begin to restack back up. Nice. This time, inhale, just let the arms just stay dangled down by your sides. Exhale, tuck your chin towards your chest. We're going to dive down about halfway and hold. Take your hands onto the front of your thighs, looking down towards those feet. And then all I want you to do, inhale, start to look forward. Find a neutral spine. So spine nice and long, chest really open. Exhale, tuck your chin towards your chest. Can we round your spine here? And again, inhale, looking forward. Find that length. Really open out through the chest. Exhale, round. So using that breath still. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. One more time. Really nice, just mobilizing through the spine. Inhale, you open. Looking forward with your eye gaze. Exhale, you round. Almost like you're looking towards your knees here. Fab. Then come back to that neutral spine position even. So you're looking slightly forward towards the top edges of your mat. Take your right hand, kind of clasp it on your outer left knee. Reach left hand up to the sky. Find a twist here. Looking up towards that top hand as much as you can. And come back down. Go same side. Exhale, twist. Look at that top hand. Inhale to lower that hand down. Good. 2 more times. So just 4. And lower. Good. Last time. Exhale. Find that twist and reach through the spine. And inhale back down. Good. Clasp the left hand this time over towards that right knee. We're going to do exactly the same thing here. Exhale. You find that twist. And inhale, lower. Amazing. Exhale, twist. Looking towards that top hand. And lower. 2 more times. Twist. And lower. Fabulous. Last time here. Exhale, you twist round as much as you can, really looking up towards that top hand. and then inhale back down. Nice, restack the spine, come all the way up, nice and tall, beautiful. Take your feet out a little bit wider, so you're now in a squat stance position. The toes can be slightly turned out as well. Okay, depends on how you feel, but I know definitely after birth that my hips have got wider, so I naturally take a kind of slightly wider stance here. Okay, so find a foot position that works for you, hip distance or slightly further out than that. We're going to come into a squat. You sink down low, bend into the legs, and then you lift back up. Sink low, squat and lift. Good, sink low into that squat and lift up, stand tall. Just keep flowing here. Seeing if you can get a bit lower on each of those squats. Nice. Let's go last 3. We're going to add to this movement. Last 2. Awesome. Last 1. You lift up to stand, you come down. Can we go 2 pulses? 1 and 2, stand. And again, 1 and 2, stand. Fabulous. Again, we're just flowing with this move. 2 pulses and lift. If you don't want to do the 2 pulses, that's fine. Just stay with your normal squats. Totally fine. I've got a little bug crawling up my leg. 1 and 2, lift. Awesome. Let's go final 2 here. 2 pulses and stand. Last one, 2 pulses and stand. Can you come back down to that squat and hold? Hold it here. Can you find a lift of the heels? So like a calf raise, you're staying low in that squat and you lower the heels. You find the lift of the heels and lower. I like to have my hands in the center of my body. I just feel like I don't know what else to do with them. It just feels natural for them to be here. And everyone always asks me, what do I do with my hands here? And I just think this is a good place for them to be. It gives you something else to focus on. I think it gives you a little bit more balance, especially during this movement because it's particularly shaky. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling this burn. Can we sink any lower into that squat? Can we really lift those heels up, up, up? Good. Let's go last 3. Lift and lower. Last 2. Last 1. Lift and hold that lift of the heels. Just 5 seconds. Let's pulse it up and down. Those heels are lifted and we pulse up and down. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift all the way up to stand. Lower those heels down. Fabulous stuff. Okay, you can give those legs a little shake if you need to. Let's keep the left leg where it is. The right leg's going to step back into a lunge. Okay, so a nice big step back. Can we bend into the legs and back up to stand? And again, you take it back and you lift. So a reverse lunge, which basically just means we're taking that back leg back, we're bending to the legs, and then we're coming back up. Fab. Keep going here, down and up, down and up. Let's go last 3. Lift. Last 2. Lift. Last 1. Option. You come back into that lunge again. You stay with the lunges, or we lunge and we squat. So we come back to that squat. You bring the leg in line with the front one and then take it back. Woo! Reverse lunge with balance if possible. It's a little bit windy here, so it's challenging my balance, but that's okay. We like the added challenge. Lunge and squat. How much can you bend into those legs? If you don't want to combine both those movements, that's fine. You can just stay with the squats or just stay with the lunges. You choose. We have 3, lunge and squat. We have 2, squat. Last 1, lunge, squat. Can we come back to a lunge? So right leg goes back, you bend into both legs and hold. Reach the arms up to the sky, hold it here. We're just going to breathe. 3 big breaths, inhale in through the nose, full exhale out through the mouth. 2 more times, inhale and exhale. Last time, inhale and exhale. Stand up really tall, circle those arms back down. Fabulous. Shall we do the other side? Let's do it. It's fresh in our memory. We know what needs to be done. No surprises. Let's get going. So left leg's going to go a big step back. We lunge and we lift to stand. Just reverse lunges to start off with. And then you have the option to add the squat. But it's just an option. You know your body. If you'd rather just stick with the squats or rather just stick with the lunges separately, that's totally fine. Keep going. Down and lift. Down and lift. Let's go 3. Bend into those legs. Big step back. 2. Awesome. Last one. You have the option on this one to add that squat. So we lunge, we come forward, we squat. And again, we lunge and we squat. Fab. Lunge and squat. In both of these, we are really thinking about how low we can sink to the floor. And again, it's different for everyone. We're our own competition, so we're not comparing to anyone else. I am simply showing you the moves. I'm not here for comparison, okay? Good. Last 2. Last 1. You head into that squat and then go back into that lunge and hold. Sweep the arms up and overhead towards the sky. Hold it here. Again, 3 beautiful big breaths. Inhale and exhale. 2 more times. Inhale. Keep reaching those arms and exhale. Last time. Inhale and exhale. Standing up with the feet, circling the arms back down. Very, very nice. Okay, walk back to the end of your mat so you can see the rest of your mat right in front of you. We're going to come to a roll down, similar to the start, into a walk out. So can we come into that roll down, start to roll the spine down? The hands trickle down your legs. They connect with the floor and they walk out all the way until you find a plank, looking towards the front edge of that mat. Bend the knees, walk the hands all the way back in until they meet your feet. They then walk back up the legs and you lift up to stand. We go again 2 more times. Roll it down, walk it out. Find your plank, bend the knees, walk back and stand up tall. Amazing. 1 more time. Roll down, walk out. Find your plank. Spine is low. Bend the knees, walk all the way back in and stand up tall. You can stay there or we're going to add. So you roll it down, you walk it out, you walk it back in, you roll up, you circle those arms nice and wide, reach up to the sky. Chest is nice and open, you circle the arms back down. Find that roll down, the hands trickle down your legs. They walk forward, find your plank. Good, 2 more of them. Walk back, lift up, circle the arms nice and wide. Circle them back down. Roll it down, walk it out. Amazing, good, 1 more time. You come all the way back up. Nice and slow, your head is the last thing to lift. You reach those arms, circle them nice and wide. Circle them all the way down. We roll it down towards the floor. You walk all the way out. We're going to add again. So this time, as you walk all the way back in, as you roll all the way back up, you circle the arms again. Stay up tall towards the sky. This time, open out to the right-hand side. So right arm goes back, left arm goes forward. Find a nice twist. Can you look toward that backhand? All the way back up to the sky, go the other way. Left hand back, right arm forward. Look towards that left hand, that backhand. Come all the way up to the sky. You circle the arms down. Roll your spine down. Find the mat, walk forward. Find your plank. Good. We go again 2 more times, just like that, if that feels good for you, or whatever variation works for you. Circle the arms wide. Find that twist again to the right. Right arm back, left arm forward. Look towards that backhand. Reach back up to the sky. Other side, twist. Find that reach. Big wide circle back down. Roll your spine down. Hand to the floor. We plank. Awesome job. 1 more time. Walk those hands back in. Roll your spine up. Find that reach up to the sky. 1 final time. Twist over to the right. Look towards that backhand. Nice. Up to the sky. Twist towards the left. And up to the sky. Big wide circle. Back down. Nice. We're going to come into a Pilates V shape. So with your feet, I want you to form like a pizza slice, basically. So your inner heels connect and your toes are apart, okay? From this position, I want you to step your right leg or left leg. We're going to do both, so you can choose whichever. Goes back, okay? So it goes back behind that front one. Both legs stay turned out though still, okay? So I think toes pointing outwards. That back heel is lifted. Can we find a squat again? Bend the knees down to the floor. So front foot stays on the floor, back heels are lifted and back up to stand. And again, find that squat, bend the knees and lift. Awesome. You sink low, you lift up. You sink low, you lift up. Fabulous. We keep going. The fabulous thing about a standing flow is that you can work really hard. You can sweat a lot. I'm definitely sweating a lot right now. But you can feel so good afterwards. Everything just feels, oh, so good. So much like looser and more joyful. Movement is medicine. Let's go. Last two. Last one. Can you hold it here? Just tiny pulses for me. We pulse for 10, for 9, 8, 7, 6, and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Can you hold in this position? Tap that back foot back behind you. So that right leg taps back, whatever the back one is, goes backwards, and it taps back in. You tap it back and in. So all of your weight is on that front leg. You're just simply tapping the toes of that back foot behind you and back in. Awesome. So that front leg is working really hard to hold you here. Nice. We go last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Hold this position. Keep that back leg nice and long. Can you find a lift of that back leg? Find some balance and tap it down. Find a lift and tap down. Good. Lift and tap down. Awesome. Lift and tap. We go last 4. 3. Looking at something really still. 2. And last 1. Holding in this position. Really squeeze through both glutes as much as you can. Make sure the chest is nice and open here. And then relax that foot forward. Give the legs a little shake, a little shimmy. Very, very nice. Have both feet now parallel. Okay, so they're facing right in front of you. And then find a hinge. So let me show you again from the side. The bum is going to start to head back. There's a soft bend only through the knees. We're not fully bending into a squat. There's just a slight bend here. Bum is hinged back, so the chest kind of tips forward a little bit. Can you reach the arms up towards the sky? In line with your head, and then lower them back down. Find a lift and reach. And lower. Nice. 3. Lift and reach. And lower. 4. And lower. Good. 5. You could always have some hand weights if you wanted to here, or wrist weights. Lovely. 7. We go to 10. And 8. Really trying to get those arms next to your ears. 9. Last one, reach those arms up towards your ears and hold. Have the palms facing down towards the floor. This time, bend your elbows. So you're going to form like a W shape. Let me face forward actually so you can see a little bit better. W shape, and then reach back forward. So you bend the arms, pull them into your sides, and then reach them back nice and long. Awesome. 3. And reach. 4, pull them back and reach forward. 5. If you wanted a breath pattern here, exhale, pull back. Inhale, reach forward. You're doing amazing. Last few. Really thinking about underneath your armpits, squeeze into your armpits as you pull the arms back and reach forward. Final 3. And reach. Final 2. And reach. Last one, you pull the arms back. You then reach them forward and hold. Just swim them up and down, up and down. So little tiny pulses, keeping the chest nice and open. The eye gaze is forward. You stay here for 10, 9. Keep lifting those arms. 8, 7, 6, and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stand up really tall and hold. Bend the arms again, but this time we're standing up tall. Find like a shoulder press movement and reach back up. And again, you lower the arms and you lift them. Good. 3, lower and lift. 4, again, just to 10. You're doing amazing. 5, almost done with the upper body. 6, and then back onto the legs. 7, and 8. Your spine is really tall. 9, shoulders start to fire, and 10. Reach the arms up nice and long. Bring them back to a bent arm position. Let's just pulse it out here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Really send those elbows out wide, really lifting the chest, or sorry, the heart, I should say, and the chest upwards. Connecting those shoulder blades together behind you. And then just lower everything down. Good, big arm circle here. Just release everything. Fab. So this time, let's take your right foot forward. Well, actually, let's find that Pilates V stance first. I always think it's easier to get in that first. So the inner heels connect and the toes are out wide, okay? From that position, take a step back with your left leg. So you're going to cross it over that front one, but the back heel is lifted, the front foot is down, okay? We're going to find that squat. So we sink low and we lift up. We sink low and we lift. Good. Low and lift. Low and lift. So there's quite a few reps here. I promise you we're so close to the end. You can do this. Single leg work. Unfortunately, we always have to do both sides. I don't make the rules. Low and lift. We're not having wonky bodies. Last 3. Last 2. Get ready for that pulse. Last 1, stay down and hold. Can we pulse it out here? Up and down, up and down. You've got 10. You've got 9. Keep that chest nice and open. The eye gaze forward. Yeah, fab. You've got 5, 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Hold it here. Tap that back foot back and forward. So again, the weight is on the front leg. You're looking at something still. You're finding balance. If this is too much, that's fine. You can stay with those squats or the pulses. Ooh. We go last 4. Last 3. Last 2. Get ready for that back leg lift. Last 1, hold. That back leg reaches out long behind you. You find balance and strength in that front leg. Find that lift, that back leg, and lower. Lift and lower. So it doesn't have to lift up too far. We're leaning forward slightly over that front leg. That's going to help us stay balanced. Awesome. Keep going, keep going. You've got 2 and 1. Holding it in this position for 3, 2, and 1. Stand up really tall. Nice. Give those legs a little shake, a little shimmy. Then stand again facing towards your mat. Okay, so you're standing right at the back edge. We're going to inhale here. This time as we exhale, roll it down again. I know lots of roll downs today, really working through the spine. Then walk those hands forward about halfway down your mat until you're in a downward facing dog position. So you can take those legs slightly apart. You can drop those heels down, or if that's too much, then keep them lifted, okay? You can also keep a little bend in the knees here. So lots of options to win. Then can you send that right leg back and point through the feet? Or the foot, I should say. You've only got one right foot. And then from here, all I want you to do is make sure your back is nice and straight. If you can, so really pressing through the arms. Find a lift with the right leg and lower. Find a lift with the right leg and lower. Nice. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Looking towards that left foot. Just lifting and lowering that right leg. You go last 4 and 3 Last 2. Last one, holding it in this position. Then can you bend that right leg, bring it through almost to meet your right elbow. So you're in like a plank position, and then lift it straight back up to the sky. Just 4 of these. You bend it in and send it back. Good. 3, bend it in, right knee to right elbow, and send it back. 1 more time, bend it in, find that plank position, and then send it straight back up. Hold it here for 3, 2, and 1. Send that right leg down, both knees lower to the floor, even to the floor. Knees nice and wide. Untuck those toes for a second. Send your bum back toward your heels. Reach those hands forward and just melt down. So finding a well-deserved child pose here. Just relaxing the body. Nice. Can we take a beautiful big inhale in through the nose? Exhale out through the mouth. Good. Inhale again. Then use that exhale to slowly bring yourself back up. Find that downward facing dog. Again, 1 more time. So this time the right leg stays forward. The left foot goes back. You point through the foot. And then lift that leg and lower. Exhale, lift that back leg and inhale, lower. Nice. Lift and lower. Awesome, guys. We're almost done. You're doing so good. Lift and lower. Final 2 and 1. Hold this position. Bend the knee, come forward into that plank position. Left knee meets the left elbow, and then send it straight back up. Good. Number 2. Got a really noisy tractor near me. And lift. 3. Just 4 of these. And lift. 1 more time. 4. Left knee to left elbow, and then send it straight back up towards the sky. Can you hold it here for 3 and 2 and 1. Again, the left leg comes down to meet the right. Just pedal through the feet in that downward facing dog position. So 1 heel lowers and then the other, just alternating here. Good. Then bend strongly through both legs. Walk the hands back towards the feet. Once the hands are back towards the feet, just again hang really heavy. Allow the spine to round, looking towards your knees. Inhale. This time exhale, and use that exhale to slowly begin to rise back up. Your head again is the last thing to lift. A definite theme of today's class is roll downs. Can you think about the shoulders at the top here? Again, they might be kind of slightly rounded from all those roll downs. So I want you to really think about opening through the chest, maybe sending those arms back slightly. Thinking about opening here, maybe looking up slightly towards the ceiling, towards the sky. Good. Inhale. 1 last exhale to finish class. And you are done. Thank you so much for joining me for today's standing mat flow. I hope you enjoyed it. Any questions, comments, feedback, pop them down below. Thank you. Bye.